Hello there, fellow space captains. This is Connor, and welcome to STARPOINT GEMINI Warlords. It's well, I'd say it's a 4X game. It's got strategy, action, RPG elements on it. It's very good. I've had this since it was early access. One of you guys recommended it, and I picked it up whenever I was able to. And so far, I've only put a few hours into it, but I'm enjoying it. My little empire organization does not last long. But it's fun. It's got a bit of a steep learning curve, but they do offer quite a hefty tutorial on, you can see here, advanced gameplay. So I'm assuming that's some sort of video tutorial for advanced players or people that are looking to get more advanced gameplay wise. But anyway, we're going to start a new game and I'll show you how it works. So you can do the campaign, which offers a tutorial on a story mode, but I found it pretty boring. I like playing 4X games so I can set out on my own adventure and begin a new life in space. So didn't want to do that. Now you can choose like different startups. If you've ever played like Mountain Blade or any 4X game, they allow you to choose your background, but these are more or less allowing you to choose how you start the game, as well as your background if you really want to care about that. If you want to do a bit of RP, it's up to yourself. But I mean, you can do the bar in here, so I'll just read a couple of these out. I mainly go for Destroyer of Worlds. You'll see why in a minute. Mercenary work is for rookies. You have the right stuff, the know-how, and it is time to make your claim in Gemini. The Foundation is here, and it is your task to spread the will of the Solari Concord across the Twin Star system. And there's everything you start with. You start off at level 10. Your starting ship is a frigate of your own choice out of different factions and manufacturers. And all this here stuff, fleet power, HQ status, you'll learn about that in a few minutes whenever we get into the game. The one thing I would like, I mean, let's just go to Destroyer of Worlds before I start talking about anything else other than what's in the game at the moment. I like to go with Destroyer of Worlds. You're not really the friendliest guy in the galaxy. In fact, the biggest factions are hostile and dislike you quite a bit. But you start off at level 20, you've got 20 million credits to start, you've got abundant resources. Quite a nice chunk of the galaxy to start off with, and you start off with a battleship of your choice. Okay, let's do it. Now, there is modifications for this game. I believe the developers, it's like Little Green Men Games, so it's probably in Ireland. If not, I don't know, I was going to say call racism, but even in this day and age, you can't even joke about that type of thing. But yeah, they're pretty awesome. I did the first STARPOINT Gemini and the second, as well as their expansions, and then this one's got expansions as well. I think there's a Titan expansion out for it. Haven't played it yet, but we're going to just call our guy Connor Blackwell. I don't care. I prefer sharpshooter, so let's go. And here's where I get interested in the game. So you can choose from a number of preset capital ships, or well, battleships. You can get larger ones, dreadnoughts, but these are what you can choose at the moment. So let me see which I'll go with. This one for now. I'll go with a Paladin from the Bellador Republic. Okay, and we start off right in the game. So here we are. We'll change the camera view here so we can zoom in and have a little bit of a look at the ship. Move on forward there, just a little touch. I mean, this is a ship I rarely play, but it's gorgeous. Look at that forecastle, the front of the ship. That's got to be built for ramming. It's like a giant axe or hatchet in space. But let's make our way to our HQ, our headquarters, which is over here. Now, at the moment, you can only start off as one faction. I believe you can expand and take over different factions' territory, and therefore gain access to blueprints for their ships. I've never gotten that far because I'm terrible. I haven't put enough time into this yet to be anywhere near good enough. But if you don't want to do fighting, you don't want to become like a dictator in space, then you don't have to be. You can be a boring ass trader, or a boring ass miner, or a boring ass diplomat. Or you can be a pirate, or a mercenary, or just cut out your own swath of the galaxy and begin your own little empire. That's what I like doing, or becoming a mercenary. I've always had a fascination with becoming a mercenary in sci-fi games. Going to all these exotic planets, all these amazing jobs. You can see there we've got some containers. I have no interest in them at the moment. Not how I play the game, but you can scavenge and salvage space racks and all sorts of things, or even, well, I've already mentioned that you can mine different asteroids for resources. But what's the point in being a galactic dictator with a massive battleship and not using that battleship, eh? But one thing I would like is at the moment you start off with the Concord faction. It's a faction that has really out there sci-fi themed vessels. You'll see them whenever I can. I mean, I think that's some of our guys there. One of our patrols. Because you do actually have allies, NPC allies that you can command, and you can tell them to join up with you and form a fleet so you can attack enemy sectors, or you can just tell them to get busy and attack the enemy sectors for you while you sit and rub your hands together in glee with a maniacal laugh. Game I'm very much looking forward to seeing the future of, but again, with the Concord faction, I would like to see, this is possibly going to happen anyway, the devs are really responsive to the community. Every time I ask them a question, they respond within 12 hours on the team discussion page. So here's our HQ. And there's our weekly income. Here's our defending fleet. I think we might have 2 of them here. Yeah, here's another one. Oh no, I didn't mean to fire at you. Sorry, Masif. See, I'm a bit noobish here. But here's all the different options here for this ship. We can heal it and talk to them. Hail Sentinel. Merchant, I can trade. I can ask for info, that type of thing. And we'll just have a wee bit of a chat. But let's dock with our station. It's actually a ship I rarely play. The Paladin. It's actually very, very cool. And here's your hub screen. Your menu screen. This can be a bit daunting whenever you start out. It was for me. It still is a bit. I'm still not that familiar with the trader screen or even construction / shipbuilding. I can do both of them. I just don't really read what's going on, so I miss a lot. But you can go to your ship and you can see here your hull strength, how much ammo you've got left for whatever weapons, resistances to certain attacks, kinetic, energy, well, projectile, radiation, that type of thing, damage absorption. Now we can increase all of these. For example, where are we here? Now there's our resistances. Now at the moment we've got a shield generator, and we can upgrade it. So this shield generator, it's actually got very little to it. So we can, for example, go down through the different shields. Let's just go for the most expensive one at the moment. The Optisoft, energy resistance 35%, projectile resistance 15, plasma resistance 35. So there's all different shields offering different buffs to certain areas of your ship. Shield recharge if you want that. Or you can just go across the board there. And I'm going to go for this one here, the Optisoft 3. Mount that. And that's a bit of an enhancement to our shield, making it better overall, really. We also have a little hangar. These are only available on certain ships, like larger ships or carriers. I believe there are carriers and dreadnoughts in the game, although I haven't come across any yet that I can actually purchase. I've fought one. I died. I lost the fight. But still, it's awesome that there's so many options to you in this game, that even picking this starting out story and option, you still aren't the best in the galaxy. There still is quite a bit of a challenge ahead of you. Right, hangar. So I can get 5 fighter craft. Now it's up to you depending on what type you want. You can get a fighter, interceptor, or bomber, and you know they're each different to each other. So because I'm in a heavy ship, a battleship, and point defense isn't really something I'm strong on, I'm going to get some Zoax interceptors. So I'm going to mount those, and that's 4 of them I have. They're, I believe, the best interceptors in the game, at least. They do the most damage interceptor-wise. But yeah, I usually just go with the Zoax. And weapons. So I think it just starts off with the best weapons anyway. So heavy ion cannons in our heavy weapon slots. How many have we got? There is a way to check how many. I've got 40 ammo. Is that just a single ion cannon? I think it is actually. Yeah, and we can configure the turrets. So in this single slot here, we have 5 of these Ripper cannons, which are railguns. So 5 here, 5 here, and I think it's just 4 up here, isn't it? Yeah. So we've got 14. Well, actually, no, we'll have 18. Hold on. Alright, okay. For some reason, I always thought that all of your lights were Rippers to start off with, but we have some Scythe railguns. I'm not really sure why. Are they better? Let me just have a quick nosy here. Okay, so the rate of fire is better. No, actually... Yeah, so these are... cost more energy, but they're a bit better. So they're fine. You can get missiles if you want. So I can go to the heavy weapon emplacement slot here. And you can get shockwave weapons, you can get missiles, or you can get torpedoes. Now I've attempted to use the missiles on torpedoes. I don't seem to be able to get them to actually launch or to be useful in any way. You can also, I mean, you can set your ship to automatically attack your target, and it will use whatever batteries are in an arc of fire available to them to fire at that target. But I've never ever seen missiles or torpedoes launch at an enemy ship. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong. It's probably me. I mean, at this point, the game was in early access. I think it's fully released now. Don't hold me to that, but yeah, it's probably something I'm doing wrong. So if you have any tips there, let me know. But at the moment, I'll stick with what I've got. And yeah, I can just go through a lot of enhancements here. And well, as you can see, there's a lot to enhance. I can even enhance my hangar. So, you know, fighter damage increased by 30%, and the fighter HP is increased as well. But is that the best available? There's one there that increases my fuel efficiency on my fighters by 50%, and allows them to refuel 50% faster, meaning they're docked, refueled, rearmed, and back out to the fight a lot quicker, or in half the time. So yeah, I would like the fighter damage and fuel efficiency. Honestly, they're interceptors. I don't really need any heavy shielding on them. And you can see that 20 million I had is quickly going away. It's not lasting long. And this is going to be boring. So you know what? I'll get this engine upgrade. Then I'll jump back onto the main hub screen there. Then we'll do something fun and enjoyable. So let's see, Dynamo. Let's go with this one. Let's go with the bottom one. Bit of everything. You can also customize your ship cosmetically. I'm not going to do it because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'll need to sit down with that for about half an hour to an hour someday and just play around with it. But here's where you get your credits. Well, the bulk of your credits and your moolah. Now you can get some over time just from having your station and extending your territory. But I mean, look here: installation, assault, time delivery, convoy raid, prospector, destruction of a target, search and destroy, maintenance. There's all sorts. You can even hunt a veteran, which I'm not going to do because I would totally just mess it up. Or we can defend an installation, but you can see what level they're recommended for there. We'll do this one. We'll hunt a veteran. Why not? So let's accept that. I'm not looking to clear the dock. I've got skills to buy first. This might be a 30 to 45 minute video, but oh, I don't like her. She never leaves me alone. Go away. We have skills to place. Because we're a sharpshooter, we can have like long range attacks. We can use hollow decoy, which of course creates a decoy of ourselves to lure the enemy fire, or to divert enemy fire, or we can just push the enemy away so they're at range again. Kind of like, which ship is it in? There's one of the ships in Fractured Space that does that. Has like a shockwave, pushes the enemy back or pushes it away from the enemy ships. But I'm just going to put points into precision shot here. All of them actually. So that's precision shot 8. Right, and here we can actually spend some perk points on various different aspects of our character, so we can upgrade the weapons. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to upgrade the railguns because that seems to be what all our light weapons are at the moment. I'm also going to upgrade heavy weapons training because more damage, more profits, and more enjoyment. Warfare, sorry, Chief, what's this here? No, the boarding thing isn't something I'm really all that interested in. Now, this is governing, this is over your faction overall, so you can increase your tax rate. Structures built 40% faster. You can also upgrade your HQ, different sections on. I mean, there's quite a lot here. I mean, I don't believe Little Green Man Games is a large development studio, but it's always the small ones that you get all these games that are actually a lot better than all these millions upon millions upon millions of dollars funded games. This is a game you can just sink so much time into. Dreadnought familiarity. Can't even get that until I'm 24. Might as well get the battleship one. And I've got 5 points left. So, personal. Well, I don't want to be any of these. Oh, there, that's actually very nice. Offered more credits for doing jobs, but you know what? Haven't filled all of them in. Doesn't matter. I'll just quickly go through the shipbuilding. So here's all the ships I currently have. Don't want any of them. They're all this Concorde. They're all Concorde ships, which look really weird. I don't like their design aesthetically. Some people might. That's why each different faction or manufacturer has different looks to them. How those ships are designed. I mean, look at this thing in the back here. Research. You can research different aspects, new chassis for your ships. Improve your civilian fleets. Blah blah blah. Construct different add-ons to your main station. So I can upgrade it to have mining operations or salvage depot. And then we're out of here because everyone wants to see something exciting, I'm sure. Okay, whatever. Rainer, I don't need to know that right now. What I need is my fleet. There's my Space Rangers. Fleet power 5,089. That's basically how strong they are. And you can also see their complement to what they have. 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, 1 frigate, 2 corvettes, 4 gunships. So I'm going to head on over to them. I think I'm still not completely to grips with the controls here. Xerxes, is Xerxes the flagship? I mean, what's this? So I can go there, tell those guys to follow me. Now the entire fleet will follow me and carry out my orders. Is that not awesome? I'll Chad there. They haven't really got much in the way of anything impressive. But I saw a second fleet. I've got 2 fleets worth 5,000 here. Where is this set? That is a nice looking ship. I don't really like the Concorde ships most of the time, but that's a nice looking ship. Right, what are you? You're a frigate. Okay, this must be part of the defense fleet. Anyway, we've got ourselves some sort of fleet here. So we're going to fall out and complete the objective here. And one thing I would like in the game, this is going towards nitpicks because the game is actually very good. It's really worth the money. I'm not sure what price it is, but whatever the price is, it is worth it. A very good game. The mod support is also awesome. There is a Star Wars mod that isn't working right now. No matter if I download the files manually from mod database or if I get them off the Steam Workshop, it's still not working, but it will allow you to get like the Allegiance class Star Destroyer, the normal Imperator class, Tactor class, little corvettes and frigates, and actually put turbo lasers on them, ion cannons, actual Star Wars weapons. So let's set our guns to fire at will. Look how fast its health drops, huh? Destroy the veteran's henchmen to bring them out. That's what we're going to do. Veteran is incoming. Here we are. Was that him there? Is that it? He's only in the destroyer. I was expecting something more. Probably could have taken the level 23 one. Push him away there. I like to believe that's a real gun. Firing the railgun on him. There's our decoy. And there's a nuke. Awesome. And we have taken nothing here. I suppose he's firing at some of our allies, but regardless, he's afraid of me. That's what I want to believe. I'm too big and bad for him to deal with. But yeah, there's the Concorde ships. If you can really not see them that well. I get a good angle, but doesn't seem to want to be in the limelight. And the camera's awful awkward sometimes. Oh, stay still, bud. There. They're very Forerunner-esque, I would say. Only a lot more colourful. This is as close as we can get for a decent view anyway. But yeah, the combat's fun. Now, just because that wasn't really as exciting as I was assuming it was going to be. How about where's the closest? So let's see if we can go after an enemy fleet, huh? Let's.
Affirmative. Engage sublight.
The enemy fleet isn't going to put up much of a fight. It's not that large. It's only got a cruiser as the largest class in its composition. But anyway, let's skip ahead to the fun part, huh? Because it's going to take a while to get there. At least a minute or two. Right, so we've entered enemy territory. And we've encountered a battle group. So let's scoot on over there and deal with them. Right, guys. Not going to launch my fighters to begin with. Well, everyone's firing at will anyway, so that doesn't matter. Oh, hold on, what's this? They've only got some scarabs, have they? Okay, let's manually fire here. Push them all back. Let's launch our own nuke, because why the hell not? It says warhead. It's a nuke. There's our hologram. Didn't even know why I deployed that there. I pressed number 2 expecting to use the railgun, but it's number 1. Using a Razor Nagi, you see. I've got fat thumbs. Okay, let's collect all that loot. Because you know what? I'm a pirate now. Why the hell not? We've only literally just entered the enemy sector. And we've been engaged by probably a defense force. I mean, these guys are the Revenants, aren't they? Base Ravens. Faction the Revenant, yeah, so they are. What about these guys over here? No, don't want to go there. Nope. My bad. So where are they going? They're on right. They're probably on a patrol. And their next stop is the Drunk Reclaimer. Now they're heading off in our direction. They're probably aware of our activity in their space. So let's go and meet them halfway. Now you can destroy enemy structures and take them for yourself. I'm not that knowledgeable about how to actually take over enemy sectors right now. I am learning. That's what I was pretty much doing before I started this new game. Here we go, enemy sighted. Let's go for the biggest one. The camera's weird. It's like inverted. I want the cruiser. There's the cruiser. Okay, let's go for the cruiser, huh? We've also got this like little pyramid thing here that you can allocate points to. So if I want to just be like weapons and speed, I can do that if I want. No, how do I want to attack this guy. There we go. Focusing on this destroyer. Right, his shields are down. Well, his forward facing shields are down anyway. Let's deploy troops. Now here's a little mini game when you have whenever you can deploy troops. So you got a certain amount of points and you spend them going through these little icons up here. So advance, the little plus will give me something. Okay, so pillage, it's going to cost me 16, or I can continue to advance. And you'll notice that the ship's no longer being fired upon whenever I am attacking it, boarding it. Engine room, okay. Just keep it advancing. And there's my little fighters, by the way. To scale and everything. Oh, I love when things are to scale. I think we have enough to actually reach the bridge.
Front shield is at 50%.
I don't actually know. Right, well, sorry bud, we couldn't capture you. That means you're all going to have to die. So take the shields down. Launching the railgun. Warhead launched. Well, there's quite a few strike craft in action here. Mine are the green. You can see some whites going around. I'm assuming they're allies of some description, but there you go, guys. Just thought I'd make a quick video. How long has it been? I have no idea. I'm assuming between 20 to 30 minutes, but you can expect more. I am actually enjoying this game quite a bit. Hopefully, if I can get the Star Wars modification working, or if the mod's updated. I think there might have been a hotfix which kind of broke the mod. I mean, there are others, so I'm probably going to make... That ship is actually in a perfect position. Have a look at it. That's the Concorde ship design. See what I mean about Forerunner? But you know what I'm like. I like these more very industrial looking ships. Jupiter arms from Dreadnought, TDS, USR from Fractured Space. And this is actually a very nice looking ship. I wonder how big the Dreadnoughts are in comparison. And I know there is actually an expansion pack called Titans. I'm wondering if that's a race or if you can actually have Titan class ships. Super Star Destroyer introduced in a mod, please. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to support me and the channel, this is the obligatory part where I say how you can fund me and support the channel, by the way. So you can do it on Patreon. Now Patreon, the link is down below. I've got currently 12 awesome patrons. Their names are now on screen. And, well, thank you all. I appreciate it very much. And if you don't want to actually go down the Patreon route where, you know, it's $1 a month or however much you want to put towards being a patron, then there is a one-time PayPal donation link in the description also. But you don't have to be doing it at this time of year if you don't want to. You don't feel obliged to or anything. It's just to help me out in making these videos because, well, electricity, internet, and in Dreadnought's case, grabbox points. So I can actually get premium time, just so I can actually get ships unlocked at a decent rate. But regardless, hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're playing, whether it be in space or otherwise. And of course, like always, folks, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.